Hi, my name is Barb Desota. I'm a real estate agent with CIR Realty here in Calgary, Alberta. And today we're talking about, can we still buy and sell real estate? Today we're talking about, can we still buy and sell real estate? The short answer to that is yes. The Alberta government has deemed that real estate is an essential service, so we can go ahead and proceed with buying and selling real estate. Now, in saying that, we do need to take some safety precautions. Since all schools are closed and most non-essential services are closed as well, what we're finding is there's lots of people at home, and that gives them the ability to start looking at homes online. So we're doing a lot of virtual tours. We're doing virtual tours of all the listings that we put up, as well as virtual tours for potential buyers. There are lots of buyers and sellers that have put their home hunting on hold, as well as selling their home on hold. However, there are some buyers and sellers that don't have that luxury, because we see some people who have actually purchased homes already and they need to sell their home in order to afford the mortgage for the next home. So we see people moving as well to Calgary. They're relocating maybe for work, and they need to purchase a home. So there are lots of people that are still needing to purchase homes, and we as real estate agents need to, of course, assist them. Now, we need to take some safety precaution in order to move forward. So the name of the game is virtual tours. Right now, when we do virtual tours, we put them online so that the buyers can have a look at the homes online in the comfort of their own home. When they see something that they really like, then they can call their real estate agent. They'll make sure that it's a home that they're truly interested in. And when they are interested in actually taking a look at the home physically, then that's when we need to put in some safety precautions, because we are not allowed to do open house right now. The Alberta Association of Realtors have decided that open house is very dangerous. And of course, with social distancing, it makes sense. So the buyers will be looking at homes, like I said, online, and then when they truly are interested in something, that's when we'll actually go and take a look at the home. Now, there are some precautions that we need to do in order to make it safe for the sellers, as well as safe for the buyers and for ourselves as realtors as well. So once the buyer has decided that they want to go ahead and take a look at a home, the realtor is going to make an appointment. At that point, they are going to send a text or an email, or perhaps just give the listing real estate agent a call, asking them, has there been anyone in the home that has traveled outside of the country within the last 2 to 4 weeks? That's the number one. Then we're also going to ask, is there anyone that has been exposed to somebody that has COVID-19? Or if there's anyone that's sick in the home. If our answer to these are all no, then we can proceed with booking the appointment. Once the appointment is booked, then the realtor will travel in their own car, and the potential buyer will travel in their own car. The realtor will then arrive at the home, open the door for the buyer. We ask that the sellers leave all the lights on. They leave the pantry doors open, the interior doors open, basement doors to the basement open, and perhaps, some of the kitchen cupboards. The less that we have to touch, the better. Now, with that being said, when the buyers are going to view the home, the realtor will have some gloves, they will have hand sanitizer and mask as well. Again, this protects the buyer along with also the homeowners. And this we see is something that's very important. Now, once the buyer finishes viewing the home, the realtor will lock up the home, and if the seller has left any hand sanitizer, the realtor will make sure that they sanitize all the knobs and any surfaces that the buyers might have touched. The goal is really for the buyers not to touch anything in the home, but of course, sometimes if something is open, then they may need to do that. So the realtor will go ahead and sanitize the home, lock up. He or she will get into their car, the buyers will get into their car, and when they're finished, they can actually have a conversation by phone and ask, did you like that home? And if they did like the home, then we can go and proceed to actually making an offer. Now, we can make an offer on a property, and the realtor can use DocuSign or AuthentiSign, any online signing product that they use. And they basically, what they do is they fill all the information out, then they send it to the potential buyer. That buyer signs the paperwork, and at that time the realtor will review it. Then they can take a look at everything, make sure it's all, proper, signatures haven't been missed, the dates are correct, and then they can email that offer over to the listing agent. If the home is vacant, we still need to take precaution because we do not know who actually came through the house before us. We'll still have our mask, we'll still have our gloves, and we'll have some hand sanitizer. Again, because it is a vacant home, we don't know who came before us. Then potentially the doors, the interior doors might be locked, or the cabinets might not be open, and the lights, we might actually need to turn the lights on. So we will be touching things in the vacant home, I feel, more than we would, let's say, a home that a seller is currently living in. So again, you do the same precaution. Realtor goes in the car on their own. The buyer has their own car. Now, if you feel sick, please do not make an appointment. Wait till you're feeling better, then you've done your 14-day self-isolation, and then you can book the appointment to view the home. We want to be responsible in this situation. We don't want to bring anything to the sellers, and certainly the realtors or anyone's family. So if you are feeling sick, please stay at home and self-isolate, and then you can always make an appointment later on. We are all in this together. Now, in times like these, we of course are in uncharted water. We've never really seen anything like this. So the last pandemic, I believe, was the Spanish flu, and that was different. So for us, this is something new, and everyone has their own way that they deal with things. You're going to come across some stressful situation. Make sure that you take some time for yourself to relax, to breathe, and, take care of yourself, take care of your family. Since we don't know how long this pandemic will go on for, it's really important that we really take care. Is this pandemic affecting the Calgary real estate market? Of course it is. It's affecting the real estate market all over North America. We're going to see that there's going to be less homes on the market and less buyers coming to look at homes as everyone self-isolate. But there are still people looking at home. We just have to have common sense and do what our government is asking us to do, and also to protect our other human beings as well. Are we going to have a housing crash? I don't believe we will have a housing crash, but we'll definitely have the market slowing down. We do not have a very expensive price in Calgary like we do in Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal. And interest rate right now is very low. And if you're buying and selling in the same market, it really comes out in the wash. So there is time for you to put all your ducks in a row in order to purchase a home. I just do not feel that at this moment we're going to have that housing crash that we've seen in 2008. That was a financial crash. So of course that involves, people that really shouldn't have gotten a mortgage, they were getting it. As long as you had a pulse, they were giving you the mortgage. In this situation, this is a pandemic, and I just don't feel that we are going to have that type of crash like we did in 2008. So rest assured, people will still be out there to purchase a home. We live in Calgary and we live in Canada. It gets really cold. Lots of people want a home to call their own. So we will see people back out when the pandemic is over looking at home, and we will not, my feeling, we will not be having a crash. It's not going to be a crazy seller's market. We're not going to be seeing, buyers paying exorbitant amount of over list price. I believe the market will be lower. But again, like I said, if you're buying and selling in the same market, it really washes out. And if you're a first-time home buyer, this is a great time. It'll be a great time for you to take advantage of the price and get yourself into the market and find that new home that you want here in Calgary. I'm here to assist you. If you're looking for instance, a mortgage broker that can help you navigate through the deferral programs that the Government of Canada has put out, I can certainly put you into touch with some great mortgage brokers. I have access to mortgage brokers for the top 5 banks, as well as other mortgage brokers that do not work for the bank. So reach out to me. Now, if it's just to chit chat because, things are just not going well and you're having having a rough go, because this is mentally, this can be really hard on us. I know myself personally, there are times when I look outside and it's strange because I don't see my neighbors running around. I live in a community where there's lots of young kids. They're always on the streets running up and down. They're bicycling, and I don't see that, and it's weird. So if you are, suffering, because it's a hard time. Maybe you're going through a little bit of depression. Reach out to your friends and family. If you just want to chat, I'm here for you. As always, we are in this together. I'm going to leave some links down below for you. You can take a look at them. That'll be the Government of Canada's website as well as the Government of Alberta's website. Make sure that you have information, and the information that you have is accurate. There's so many information on the internet right now that's not accurate. Make sure you're getting the information from the correct source. So I will have that link down below. Remember, we're all in this together. So be kind to your neighbors. Be kind to your fellow human beings. This is something that we've never experienced before, and everyone deals with it differently. Again, follow social distancing. That's very important. That is how we're going to curb this pandemic, by practicing wearing gloves, you wear a mask, hand sanitize, wash your hands for that 20 to 30 seconds. And if you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. If you want to get outside and get some fresh air, go ahead, but please practice social distancing. You can't be on the streets and not have a care for your fellow human beings. Remember, this disease is affecting a lot of our older generation. So if you have someone in your sphere that's older, reach out to them, put in a phone call to them. Sometimes it's just a matter of, hi, how are you doing? And, can I do anything for you? A lot of times, the seniors are isolated and they just need someone to talk to. So please do not forget about the people that you care about, as well as just, the people in your community. You may not know them, but in times like these, this is when you get to know your neighbors, and also you take care of those that you love. Thank you so much, and stay safe. God bless.